You know, the evil rulers, the evil men of this world are so smart, so sly, devious, industrious, so successful because they believe that we are so dumb, stupid, ignorant, as useless almost as animals. And in a way, they're right for some of us because these leaders are so successful at selling their product to us, and we buy their poison. We continue to buy their poison, and we drink it. We keep drinking it. Look at this. Is this the type of woman that appeals to you, that you want to marry, that you want by your side? And I'm not talking about this. I'm not talking about Cardi B. These pictures that I'm going to show you, what I want you to focus in on is the image, the persona that is being presented to you through these women due to what is in them and due to what or the spirit of what the leaders, the evil leaders of this world worship. They're presenting to you an image or selling and imposing an image that they want you to believe in and accept and embrace. And many are embracing it. And I say that these evil men are successful because the masses continue to buy it. If you want to stop these things, then if you stop the flow of money that these men are having flow to them, then this is how you can stop things. But what is happening? We continue to buy what they're selling, the poison that they continue to sell. This is immodesty here. Now, what I want to compare is, and I've taken a break from YouTube a little bit because I've grown impatient with the ignorance that's displayed by men mostly. You know, women are more easily deceived. I'm very disappointed in them, but men, uh, I hold that men are more accountable, more they're because they're more responsible. They're less deceived. And so their ignorance is more willful than even the women's. So I'm not gonna get into this in this video as to the depths of what I'm talking about right now. But I want you to focus in on something because I know you can see it. This is immodest. Okay, God says be modest in your dress. Not that you can't have makeup on, not that you can't wear jewelry, but be modest. What we're constantly sold or bombarded by or presented with is immodest, gaudy, wanton, immoral, lustful women. Vicious, soulless. You can see it in their eyes. Now I'm going to show you some other photos. This one right here is pretty tame, but the main thing I want you to see in this photo is just the immodesty. Okay, look at the nails, look at all the jewelry. Look at the what does that look like, a skull face? But we'll get into that because you understand who is behind this, because the God that they worship is always presented, is always given praise in some way. Okay, but this is right here just immodest, just all the jewelry, the gauds of makeup. Okay, and then also you're going to see what is being sold to you, or what is being presented to you constantly for women, is the soulless mannequin look. Immodest, soulless mannequin look. Because it's the opposite of what God created women to be. It's the opposite of what men want, or shall I say, what men would enjoy being bound to, okay, as a wife. Because this type of woman that is presented, you cannot enjoy being bound to. Now, this is the beginning of the look I want you to see. The eyes. Look at the eyes. Does that look all right? It's a predator. These women these days, or the media, what is presenting are these women who are like predators. They hate men. They engage in sexual activities with one another, female with female. They engage in sexual activities with men as well, but their intent is to destroy men, or the mentality is to destroy men, disregard men, usurp men's authority, use men. But the problem that I see in society is that so many men continue to chase after these women. They continue to buy it rather than reject what's being presented. Because if you affect the pockets of the executives and the powers that be that are presenting these things to you, then they would change what they present to you, because they're not getting paid. They wouldn't be getting paid for it, but they continue to get paid for destroying you. And you're foolish enough to keep buying it. Or I don't want to say me, but I'd say we, because it's us, it's men. You're leaving women. Why? Because they're like this. They're like this image that keeps being presented. This empowered, entitled, evil, devious, vicious woman. Yet you continue to love their music, continue to buy it, continue to do what's necessary in order for the executives to see that, hey, this is selling. It's selling. It's selling. We continue to make money off of it. Women keep going out getting these surgeries, looking like mannequins, lifeless mannequins with caked up makeup and wigs, because they're getting approval for it. From who? From men. Who are they trying to please? Themselves? No. They're trying to please men who keep buying into it. Now, I just wanted you to see the evil and the predatory characteristic in their eyes in these videos that you can. It's the same thing. If you look at, I've just watched some videos lately because I don't watch them, but I watched some lately and I was just really shocked at the degree of the debauchery that has entered into um, the videos now. But I'm not surprised because I know what it's going to go to. I think really going to go to open what pedophilia and bestiality. Already know that or believe that. Because people keep accepting it, they're not rejecting these things. Some complain, but they keep buying it enough where they the powers that be and these artists keep getting more and more. They can present it to us more and more. Look at this. What I really want you to notice in these images that I'm presenting is the one thing, the wantonness, the lust, the lifeless eyes, and how the eyes look through you. Okay, the evil in the eyes that look through you, and it's like a predator. It's a demonic presence or persona. Like look at this here. Okay, this here. All right. Does that look so loving? Do you want imagine having this woman with you? Okay, now they pretend her looking all sexy. Okay, but does she look evil to you? Having a baby there. Now, what in this society, what do women do? What is it presented that a lot of women are willing to do to their babies? Abort their babies, kill their babies, and abortion includes what? Pulling apart the limbs of the baby that's inside of them. Now, when you look at this, is that the type of image that's being presented to you? Look at this image here. Does she look sane, or she just looks out of her mind? This right here, does she look like she have a problem? What's your problem? What's wrong? You look discontent, or you look evil. Or you just look like you want to bite someone's head off. This right here, her legs are open. Does she look inviting though? Or just look at her face. When I see these images, it just looks like a demon in female form who is vicious and wants to kill you. This is what I see. And what a lot of men need to realize is that you have a lot of these women who invite these spirits inside of them. And you need to wake up and understand that these things are real if you're one who continues to deny them. I'm going to make another video to show you that you don't have any a lot of people that deny things, I know that they're just deny them publicly, but they actually do believe, but they deny them publicly. But it's time to wake up. Because you're not the blind. When you look at these images, how can you be so blind to what is being presented to you so clearly? This image here, it's always sex, but it's coupled with evil, like an evil look, a predatory look. See, look at these images. There's no love in these pictures. It's just sex and lust and a predatory look. Like you're so angry. What are you angry about? What's the problem? All here is this lust. Women with women. And a lot of men don't understand that their woman. Sometimes your woman has a friend, right? She has a female friend or friends, and you don't know that sometimes they are actually involved sexually with those friends. You think your woman's just with out with her friends, and you feel safe. Well, she's not out with men or anything, but no. Sometimes, or many times. I can't say many times. Let's say, I'll just say this: you may not know that your woman is sleeping with or sexually involved with some of these women that she says are her friends. Put it that way. Is this appealing to you? Okay, now if you're a man who is just given over to lust completely, just lust, no relationship, just lust, then yeah, this may be appealing to you. But if you're a MGTOW man who wanted a relationship, then no, this is repulsive to you because you understand that this is nothing. It is useless. It is destructive. Here's Beyonce. Just pay attention to that look in her eyes. Now, is this something? How does that make you feel when you're looking at her? Do you feel, like okay, you're sexually attracted to this, or what? Do you see any evil? What if a demon was in this person? How would they look at you? A demon who hates your guts, who hates God, who hates whatever, hates everything God stands for and everything, all the good things that God tells you to do. How would they look at you? What do you feel? What would you feel if you came home and your woman was looking at you like this? How would you feel? You came home and your wife was looking at you like this. I don't know. I can't answer for you. How would you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel when you come home and your wife looks at you like this? Now, I've been married 3 times, and you're very sensitive to the way your wife looks at you. You can look in her eyes, both of you. You're sensitive to each other. Just a look, you can tell almost what your wife is thinking, or vice versa. You can tell if she's displeased with you, or it's something that's you understand if you've been married. Now, if you come home and your wife is looking like this, what would you think? I think a lot of men will feel very uncomfortable. Okay, it's not a sexual look. It's not a look of being angry with you. I don't know. It's like a look of it's like a predatory look of I will eat you. All right. Now I want guys to do research, but I know a lot of guys won't. You don't want to. Maybe some are too lazy or they just don't want to know. But as you do your research, you're gonna find out the cannibalism that the men that rule the world, these evil men involve themselves in. And this is why you're going to see this violence and predatory or cannibalistic look in their eyes. Okay, now you're going to see the same look in different artists. It's just the same look. It's the same persona. You see, it's a lifeless look in the eyes where it looks right through you. There's no love. It's just a high, I don't know, godly look. Not godly as in the creator, but it's a something higher than what men are, where it looks right through you. But it's like soulless. And I'm going to show you a picture of a woman later that you can see is different than this look. Okay, here we go here. See, it's just like okay, this is demonic. Keep in mind that demons or fallen angels hate your guts. They hate the order of God, the man, is as head of the woman. And this is why you have a lot of women who are usurping the authority of men and they despise submission to a man. It's the satanic agenda. But just notice these videos, the look of these women. Here we go. There's that. Now, if you come home and your wife looks at you like that, is that appealing? So why do we keep buying this? Why do people keep buying this? Who is who is this looking at you? Is this actual women looking at you? Or is it another entity that is inside of them conveying their disgust of you? Think about it. Now, this look right here, would you be so inclined to date a woman who's looking like this? Her eyes, look at her eyes. Pretty eyes, right? But what's wrong with them? It's like a mannequin. It's like you're looking at a mannequin. There's no one there. Or it's like a crazy look. Here we go again. What is that? What does that look like? So is this sexually appealing to you? Is this someone you want to be with? If your wife or your girlfriend looks like this, if she gave you this look or she looked like this all the time, how would you feel? Would you think you continue to be with her? Here we go again. Beautiful form of the woman's body, but something's eerie or evil looking about it. This right here is eerie looking, in my opinion. You come home and your woman's in this outfit, how would you feel? This blood red look. Okay, now here we go. Now we're getting into so for those doubters. Now this is Adam Levine. This is a shot from Adam Levine video where if you watch it, there's this lust with blood. Okay, so you've seen those images where you have lust, a soulless look, like an evil look, a predatory look. You see, is this really sexy? Some people find it sexy. The elite definitely find it sexy because they do things like this. They have orgies in blood. But where do they get the blood from? Well, if you do your research, and some of the orgies, what they do is they bring children in the room and they chop off the children's heads, and that's where they get the blood from. The blood gushes all on the floor, and all the blood from the children or whomever they bring in the room, and then they have orgies in blood. So you might want to understand why. Well, when you see some of these musical videos, why are they glorifying sex along with blood like this? Is that really sexy? Do you think about when you going home with your mate and having sex in blood? I mean, a room full of you see how much blood they have right there, right? Well, where would you get all that blood from, and why do you find that sexy, or who finds that sexy? And here we go, the same Same type of thing. Blood and black. Okay, am I making this up? Okay, that's Kourtney Kardashian. Okay, this is her sister. The blood. Okay, what is all this? What's the meaning of all this? Okay, this is her this is Kourtney, I believe, right here in this outfit. Doesn't that look demonic to you? They say that's all art. This looks demonic, doesn't it? I'm just showing you what's constantly being presented by or people, the elite. You know, for you because you have so many people that continue to deny. You know, you think about your women. What's happening to your women? How corrupt your women have become, or our women have become. Why? Who are they listening to? Why they continue to listen to feministic ideology, which is clearly destructive to the family arrangement, and which in turn is constructive to society. They're listening to people who have blood, who lust for bloodshed and violence. Do your research. Stop denying about who these people worship and whether or not the entity that they worship is real. He is real. What do you think you're looking at? Why do you continue to see the same persona being presented? You just say, well, you say it's just art. Yeah, it is art. It's art in glorification of the entity that they worship and the agenda that they're promoting. These countless artists being the same persona is being presented. Why is that? Think. Stop and think. Look at his soulless, these lifeless eyes. Why do they keep presenting this? Again, if you came home and your wife or your girlfriend looks at you like this, how would you feel? You say, well, you probably snap your fingers. Where are you? You know, hey, where are you? If she kept that look, you would be afraid. She looks possessed. She has this mannequin look. See this mannequin soulless look. This is what's being presented. We have your women, they look like they're wearing wigs. They have a whole bunch of makeup on, and their eyes don't have any soul to them, or put this persona that's in these videos at least. This is how they look. Am I right? Same look. Okay. Now you get into what they are presenting to you. What's real? This is not fake. This is a depiction of whom they call Lilith. She's the demonic entity, fictional demonic entity that they want you to believe is real. But at any rate, just look at the soulless, the same persona that's being presented to you. You see? See? What is this all about? Is that so sexy? Do you want to have sex with that? Apparently, you have a lot of ignorant men out there who don't care And they don't mind having, sex with a possessed woman. And when women, if you read the Bible, they had sex with fallen angels. Okay, and fallen angels, of course, are bad guys. They're the bad boy, and this is what women find themselves enthralled with: the bad boy, the evil guys. And of course, these fallen angels. I'm going to do another video where I have already have a lot of images saved to show you that these fallen angels were beautiful. Okay, they're like Superman. You think about Superman, how you see Superman portrayed in movies, as a very good-looking guy. He seems like at first he seems like good like Jesus, but he's evil. Like some of the movies in where Superman comes back, and of course he's like bad, right? But anyway, if you can understand that women would be completely enthralled with the bad boy or these fallen angels because they're both beautiful and wicked and bad. This is what women, well, not all women, but these evil women are fascinated by. As you can see here, they enjoy being lustful and evil and presenting the agenda of Satan rather and opposing what God wants. And then dressing up like a nun and then being so wanton and lustful and just presenting debauchery or sacrilege. You know, open your eyes. Is this the type of woman that you want to be with? Why do you keep buying it? Clearly, they're clearly showing you who they worship, who they admire, who they give glory to. Again, look how lifeless they are. They appear to be taken over. Here's what's her name, Rihanna. Now, if you come home and your wife looks like this, is this something sexy? Does she seem like she wants to benefit you? Does she seem like she's after your good? So understand that you have a lot of women who have this spirit in them. This is what they're watching. This is what they're taking in. These are the women that they're listening to. And this is the ideology of these women that they're embracing. And this is what you're feeling in your marriages, in your relationships. Their total disgust and hate of you because of whom they embrace and allow to come inside of them, to come inside of their spirit. These demonic entities who hate your guts, hate God, hate God's order, and want to destroy all that is good. Want to destroy God's order, usurp the authority of men, and empower women in their unlawful place in which they cannot fulfill properly anyway because they're not men. Most women, they're deceived anyway. They don't even want to fill the place of men. They're envious of men. Here's another woman, clearly, fascinated with the evil one. But you have all the people in the audience jumping for joy, because this is what they embrace. Most people in the end are going to embrace this or are embracing it. But be among the few who don't. Again, I just want to say Look at these women as your as let's say if your wife or your girlfriend. If your wife or your girlfriend presents this spirit and look to you, how would you feel? Or what do you feel? And I'm just trying to say that you've already felt this in some of your relationships because these the same woman that you're looking at here, you've been in relationships with women who have had the same spirit in them. This lifeless, vicious, predatory disgust for you. Where they prefer embracing in sexual relationships with the enemy, the fallen angels, just like this video with what's her name, Katy Perry, the Supernatural, where she's talking about sexual relationship with a supernatural being. This is real. It's not fake. See that predatory soulless, lifeless look in their eyes, the way they're looking right through you, looking at you but through you, as if you're food. Literally, you are food. In some of these circles where they worship Lucifer, the devil, they yeah, cannibalism is involved. Think about it. This is a spirit, the type of spirit is being inculcated in women these days. For those who are accepting, and you have many women who are accepting this, and then you have many men who are still embracing these women who are jumping around, gyrating around, and showing it right to you clearly, and you're still embracing it just because they got a nice looking body. In contrast, here is a woman with life in her eyes, with love in her eyes, a godly woman. What do you prefer? What do you endorse? What do you embrace? What do you continue to buy? What do you reject? Think about it.